Do you agree, or are you one of those analysts who believes the shilling is going to be weakening going into next week?
Thank you, Larry. I do believe that the shilling will weaken because the importers of the past few days have stayed out of the market. I believe that when the month is nearing the end, that's when they'll come into the market to take advantage of the gains made by the shilling over the past few weeks. So I do believe the shilling will weaken slightly in the coming week.
Can you put a figure on that slightly? Maybe 1, 2?
I believe the shilling will drop by, will be traded in the region of 84, 85 against the dollar.
85. Not too bad. Tell me, Diamond Trust Bank has given an indication of where its rights issue will be today, and that has been priced at around about 74 shillings per share. What are your thoughts on this?
With the recent increase of rights issue in the market, that is a very positive. It's very positive news for the market. With DTB, it has already come out with a plan of using the funds for regional expansion, which we believe that it will take advantage of the opportunities presented in the market. I mean, in the region, sorry. So at 74 shillings, I believe it's fairly valued. And I expect a high investor appetite for its shares.
How much longer until investors are fatigued by rights issues?
I expect rights issue to be dominant throughout the year. Yeah, because we still have Stanchart, we still have NIC, and we still have a couple of rights issue coming along, which is very positive news for the market.
All right, there's an interview in Reuters where Uchumi CEO Jonathan Siano gives a projection that their sales will be up by at least a third. Not too bad, at least investors will like news like this.
Well, yeah, very good news for Uchumi shareholders. Uchumi Supermarkets has been doing extremely well over the past few years with Jonathan Siano and his team. It's been doing excellent. So I would not be surprised if it exceeds his expectations. Yes.
But Uchumi still pales in comparison to its biggest competitor, though it's unlisted, Nakumatt. It has indicated in the past it might be heading towards the exchange. But that is the big prize right now if they can beat it, or at least try to compare themselves in different metrics.
Yes. Yeah. Uchumi, yeah, it's paling against Nakumatt and its other competitor in Tuskys. But the thing with Uchumi, it's strategically expanding throughout the region. So it's actually, the management is actually sitting down and doing due diligence before they open up a shop or they expand via brick and mortar. So Uchumi is in a very, very good position, and I expect it to perform really well in the next few years.
The NSE 20 share index has picked a few more points today, about 22.46 points. As we close the week, what for you are the main highlights of trade, apart from obviously a little bit less interest from foreign investors?
In the week, we've seen a lot of news. The Centum, I'm sure you've exhausted that news. Centum, the Centum surprise actually affected the market. The lift of suspension on Kenokobil, that also had a big effect on the market, because I'm sure they lifted the suspension on Kenokobil so that the investors, the shareholders who wanted to get out of the counter could get out of the counter. That's why we can see that Kenokobil touched a high of 15. At even some point, there's ask price reached 15.50. So I'm not surprised that the NSE 20 broke the 3,700 level. We really did expect it to break the 3,700 level. You could see there's a lot of buying from the local investors. Buying up a lot of stocks, accumulating up a lot of stocks, because they're in a very, very low prices.
All right, I'm just seeing this right now, so tell me your immediate thoughts. Consolidated Bank has just had its medium-term corporate bond approved by the CMA. That is for 4 billion shillings. Fine, we may have talked about rights issues, but what about corporate bonds? Is there an interest for that now?
With regard to the corporate bonds market, the demand is kind of waning. Investors are staying out of the market so that they can lock into higher rates. As you've seen in the past primary auctions, in this week, the 91-day and the 182-day treasury bills are actually increasing. The yields actually increased by about, on average, about 10 basis points. So investors actually staying out of the corporate bonds market, expecting a rise in interest rates.
And there's obviously still, Moses, some significant concern about the Eurozone crisis. There are reports today pension funds lost almost 2/3 or sold off about 2/3 of their investments in the Eurozone area because of just the particularly bad shape they're in right now.
Yes, the Eurozone crisis is going to affect the whole world, not just Kenya by itself. So whatever happens in the next few days, in the next few weeks, that will have a big effect on the Kenyan currency and I'm sure the whole global economy.
All right, we'll leave it there. Many thanks, Moses Waireri, with us in Nairobi.